Special Officer Russell Adler is a CIA agent charged with stopping the mysterious Soviet agent codenamed Perseus. Adler is described as America's monster with a dark charisma. Other than that, Adler has an air of mystery about him. And one of the things that makes the mystery so much more prominent are obviously the scars on his face. Or let's say, his explanation about them that keeps changing every time you ask him how he got them. Scarring can come from cuts. These are the most common injuries, but scrapes and burns can leave a scar too. Scars are more likely in injuries where the skin is not just cut but also crushed or otherwise damaged, and the kind of scar that Adler has on his face either looks like the consequence of an ugly accident or a souvenir of a very tooth-and-nail fight. As mentioned earlier, when you ask him about it, his answer changes every time. First, he tells you that he got it while fighting a tiger. If you restart the mission, he tells you that he got it while jumping off rooftops when he was chasing a Soviet agent and a utility pole messed up his face. And if you restart the mission again, he may tell you he'd been the part of a bad crowd and it had something to do with a girl who wasn't worth it. Basically giving you any one of the three reasons randomly. But why is Adler lying? What can be the reason for being so secretive about it? Well, other than the fact that he works for the CIA, of course. That's what we are trying to find the answer to this time. Why is Adler lying about the scars? Adler never really smiles. He loves to intimidate others in any situation and is capable of switching from disarming charisma to emotionless brutality. He shows the signs of a straight-up sociopath, and maybe that's the reason why he might never admit the real story of how he got the scars. It can be an insignificant incident that caused it, or maybe an embarrassing one. Russell doesn't want to appear vulnerable in front of anyone, and it can be possible that's why he's not telling the truth, because the memory might trigger a vulnerability. Adler's history before he joined the CIA is known to only by a few folks in Langley. In 1967, Adler was assigned an MACV SOG unit in Vietnam to investigate covert Soviet activity. So maybe he either got in some kind of a knife fight or was captured and tortured by the Soviets. Something happened that wasn't supposed to get out of the confidential files. This theory is kinda linked with the second one. At the end of the game, Adler executes Bell after discovering that Bell has remembered his true identity as a Soviet agent. In the climax, Bell and Adler stand off with their guns trained on each other. Adler kills Bell because he was a loose end. But his motivation can also be linked to Bell's past memories that Adler has altered and implanted the new ones. Maybe Bell tried to escape when Adler had been torturing and brainwashing him, and considering the story that Adler talks about chasing a Soviet agent, it might be possible that he was talking about Bell. And maybe during the chase Adler and Bell got in an altercation, or maybe Adler really didn't see the utility pole and took a big one in the face.